Because, live site readers are Windows Live people more than Office people probably, or corporate people, let's say. Not there's a number of meanings of the word Office, I guess, around here in this building anyway. Can you talk a little bit about what you see as scenarios for consumers and maybe for people that don't use Office on a regular basis, or are going to be able to discover uses for Office, or how do you see Windows Live customers coming into Office web applications?
Let me try to answer that question kind of from a different angle. I think what's actually surprising, or at least perhaps has been a little bit surprising to me, and then not really in the common frame of mind for a lot of people. We find that there are a ton of consumers, regular home users, students, who use Office every single day, or almost every single day, in a wide variety of scenarios. There are at least 300 million consumers who use Office on a regular basis worldwide. So there's definitely a perception that Office is for business and it's for people in corporations and things like that. And what we actually see from usage is that's far and away not the case. Kids in elementary schools who are taught how to use Excel as a calculation engine and taught how to do pretty interesting number crunching using Excel, building great presentations inside of PowerPoint and delivering them to their grade school classes. People at home who keep track of their personal finances in Excel. They do mortgage calculations in spreadsheets. They build presentations and documents for the charities that they belong to or associate with. Flyers for their church. People use Office all the time in all these different environments. And when we sort of set out to, in the early prototyping and the early investigation around the web applications, we actually did a ton of focus group work with consumers from all walks of life, from all different cities and states around the U.S., a few of them internationally, and we asked them how they used Office today and how they might envision using web-based productivity software going forward. What was interesting to me anyway, one of the things that was most interesting was that there were certain segments of consumers who were the most savvy about what the web could bring in terms of centrally located files accessible anywhere, the ability to share, the ability potentially to collaborate, to invite multiple people together into a single space and not have to send things around in email as much. Those kinds of benefits that the web brought them. And the groups that were the most savvy about what the web could bring and could really see the vision of how the Office web apps would work, that group was the most vehement about not giving up Office on their desktop. They saw it completely as a rich complement to what they were already doing with Office. Oh, great! Now I can print from the library with ease and not have to shuttle stuff around on USB sticks. Oh, great! Now I can invite someone else to look at the same document I've been authoring for a week and a half and not have to worry about what kind of computer they have or what version of Office they have or, blah, 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 blah. So, because quality matters to people, you spend lots of time building the content out. You spend lots of time creating your presentation just the way you want it. They had been afraid that the benefits of the web, while interesting, were going to cause them some compromise. We're going to cause them to have to do a different thing or use a different format or use a tool that was less than what they had grown accustomed to. And certainly all the indications that the market was giving them was that, yes, you do have to make a bunch of sacrifices, but isn't the web world fantastic? And when we sort of talked them through and started doing early prototyping, early demonstrations of the web apps, the resounding feedback we got was, this is fantastic. I can do all the stuff I love in Office the way I normally do. I can create great content. And I have this whole new world of possibilities opened up to me by virtue of sharing on the web, by virtue of collaboration on the web, etc.
Right. So there isn't going to be now I have to start completely over and
Yes.
start from scratch
Start from
because
scratch.
I've now moved this from a kind of a design idea to an actual product,
Right.
and I have to, be serious now.
Right.
I mean, that is, I think that there are a lot of scenarios where you can take it up to a point, but then where do you go from there?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, the student population that we talked to was certainly an interesting one. Some of the students that, they have probably the most experience day to day with a wide variety of tools on the web and on desktops, by virtue of just, having a lot of spare bandwidth to devote to those kinds of things. And almost universally, they would all talk about, when I need to get a grade, when I need to, in your words, get serious. When I need to get a grade, when I need to get serious, I take whatever I'm doing, I bring it into Office, and I make something that looks fantastic. And they were really excited about, I don't have to start someplace else now. I don't have to make this weird transition between some other tool, other surface, where I'm collecting a bunch of ideas, but then I have to do a bunch of rework to get it into a format that I'm actually going to go get my grade based on, because I want it to look good, and I wanted to put my best foot forward, get serious about it.
Okay, we should finish up here. You've been live and with the technical preview for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Any surprises or any things that pop up that
Gosh, any surprises? I don't know that there have really been some surprises. There have definitely been a few things that we had to make some trade-offs in delivering the tech preview. For us, the technical preview, the point of doing this technical preview was to start to get some of the early feedback and to start to solicit opinions and ideas and actually start to see some usage. Also, it was a way for us to start testing the SkyDrive environment and the running of these web applications at bigger and bigger scale. So as we invite more and more people, trying to figure out, how much are we taxing the servers? What is the performance across a bunch of different browsers and a bunch of different end user platforms, and what are people starting to experience? In order to make the milestone, obviously we had to hold a couple things back, and so we've definitely gotten feedback from lots of people that gosh, my word viewer is great, but where's the word editor? Don't worry, the word editor is coming. OneNote's coming. All of these things are definitely coming. So, I think the majority of the feedback that we've gotten that hasn't been, hey, these are fantastic and we're really excited to see the direction Microsoft is taking, the feedback that we've gotten on the other side has been, okay, bring us the rest of what you promised, because we're really excited and we want to see it.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.